Hello, today we will discuss about binary transforms. Walsh and Hadamard, they are considered as binary transforms. They are used in compression because of ease of computation, and the memory required to store the basis function is very less because the basis function values are only two, either 0 or 1. Either plus 1 or minus 1. Only two values are there, so it requires only single bit to represent these two unique values, either plus 1 or minus 1. So we will study this with an example, how to calculate Walsh and Hadamard basis function values, what are different properties of these two transforms, and so on. So binary transforms. We are studying Walsh and Hadamard. So in case of Walsh, one-dimensional Walsh basis function g of x comma u is equal to pi product I equal to 0 to n minus 1 minus 1 to the power bi of x into bn minus 1 minus I of u. It looks somewhat messy equation, but once we get habituated to it, then it becomes easy. G of x comma u is equal to pi product I equal to 0 to n minus 1 minus 1 to the power bi of x into bn minus 1 minus I of u. X is a time domain variable, u is a frequency domain variable. This is a product. What is this small n value? Small n. Suppose we are calculating this for 8 by 8, then capital N is 8. So small n becomes 3. So number of bits required to represent every value, or 8 different values. How to represent it uniquely? It requires bare minimum 3 bits. Bi of x. What do you mean by bi of x? This is nothing but ith binary bit of value x. So ith binary bit of x. What do you mean by bn minus 1 minus I of u? It is whose binary bit? U. Which binary bit? n minus 1 minus ith binary bit of u. For example, if we have a value b2 of 4, it means second binary bit of 4. So number 4, how to represent? 1 0 0. This is 0th bit, first bit, second bit. So second bit, binary bit of value 4 is nothing but 1. So we will calculate the basis function for g of 6 comma 4, g of 6 comma 4. So x value is given 6, u value is given 4. So binary of 6 in 3 bits is nothing but 1 1 0, and binary of 4 in 3 bits is this. This is 0th bit, first bit, second bit. 0th bit, first bit, second bit. Now as per the formula, g of 6 comma 4 is equal to pi I equal to 0 to n minus 1. N is 3. 3 minus 1, 2. So b minus 1 to the power bi of x. X means 6 into b n minus 1 minus I of u. See here what is happening. Ith and n minus 1 minus I. So when we write here minus 1 to the power b 0 of 6 into b n minus 1. N is what? 3. 3 minus 1, 2. 2 minus I. 2 minus 0, 2. Second bit of value 4 into product na pi. So minus 1 to the power b 1 of 6 into b 2 minus 1 is 1 of 4 into minus 1 to the power b2 of 6 into 2 minus 2 b0 of 4. So what is actually happening? We are taking 0th bit of this, second bit of this, first bit, then second bit, 0th bit, and so on. So do these calculations, multiply, you will get answer plus 1. So this is coming plus 1, g of 6 comma 4. So you can take homework, calculation of these basis function values for g of 3 comma 5, g of 2 comma 7, and so on. So if you want to completely see what is the basis function of Walsh transform, 8 by 8 Walsh basis function looks like this. G of x comma u, 8 by 8 basis functions, plus represents plus 1. So plus represents plus 1, minus represents minus 1 value. Only two values are there, so it is known as binary transform. So you cross check whatever we have calculated just now. G of 6 comma 4. So 6 comma 4 is this. What value we got? Plus 1? Yes. So the homework I gave is 3 comma 5, 2 comma 7, and so on. Try out at home and cross verify the answers whether they are like this or not. So can you find any property, any common phenomena, how to remember this? Any idea, logic? Think. Wash up the brain, think about it. No, na? Actually there is no clue to remember these values. So this is about Walsh transform. Now we will move towards another binary transform, which is Hadamard transform. So now we will go to Hadamard transform. So one-dimensional Hadamard transform basis function is g of x comma u is equal to minus 1 to the power summation I equal to 0 to n minus 1 bi of x into bi of u. The difference is here summation instead of product. So in Walsh there was product and then minus 1 to the power. Here minus 1 to the power whole thing is coming. Summation is coming. Second difference. Third difference is bi of u. There was b n minus 1. So 0th bit and second bit we have considered. First, second and 0. Here the corresponding 0, 0, 1, 1, 2, 2. The corresponding bits of 2. 0, 0, 1, 1 like that. So calculate it for g of 6 comma 5. So here x is given 6, u is given 5. So 6 binary in 3 bits, 1, 1, 0, 5, 1, 0, 1. 0th bit, first bit, second bit. So put it in the formula. Minus 1 to the power bi of x, b0 of 6 into b0 of 5 plus b1 of 6 into b1 of 5 plus b2 of 6 into b2 of 5. So after calculation, this is minus 1 to the power whole. So minus 1 to the power this plus this plus this. So what is the answer coming at the last? Minus 1 to the power 0 plus 0 plus 1. So final answer is coming minus 1. G of 6 comma 5 is coming minus 1. So you can take the homework and do the practice for calculation of g of 4 comma 3, g of 3 comma 6 and so on. Now if we want to see what will be the 8 by 8 basis function of Hadamard transform, you just see this. This is the Hadamard transform basis function, 8 by 8 basis function for Hadamard transform. So what is the difference between, whether there is difference between the previous one and this? Obviously there is a difference. So any idea, how to remember this? Think. Wash your brain, think. Yes, you can. There is a clue. See, if you divide this into 4 quadrants, observe what is happening. When you divide it into 4 quadrants, we can find that, again go on dividing each one into 4 quadrants, again divide it here, and you observe function. So this is the correct Hadamard basis function. The previous one which I have shown you, it is for Walsh. It was just copy pasted. Wrongly the name has come Hadamard, but it is not actually Hadamard. This is for Walsh basis function, which I have already shown you. So this one, same, plus 4 plus, second row 4 plus 4 minus, third row 2 plus 2 minus, 2 plus 2 minus. So this is Walsh. Now we are seeing the Hadamard basis function. So how to remember? There is a clue to remember this basis function, and there is a hidden property of Hadamard basis function. What it says, when you divide it into 4 quadrants, again divide, so you can further divide. So observe what is happening here. This only you have to remember. This is plus, so second is same, third is same, only fourth quadrant it is opposite of it. Now if you consider this 2 by 2 matrix, this 2 by 2 is exactly same, this 2 by 2 is exactly same, and this is the opposite one. Actually wherever is plus, here is minus. If you consider this 4 as one quadrant, the second you observe exactly same, the third you observe exactly same, and now the difference is here, so it is opposite. So what value you have to remember to expand it to any level? You have to only remember the first value. So g of 0 comma 0 is plus 1. This much only you have to remember. You can easily expand it as you want. So this is what inherent expansion property of Hadamard basis function. So you can write it as h2, you can calculate as h1, h1, h1 and minus h1. You can calculate h4 as h2, h2, h2 minus h2. You can calculate h8 as h4, h4, h4 and minus h4. So what is this? 4 by 4 Hadamard basis function matrix can be calculated as 2 by 2, 2 by 2, 2 by 2 in 3 quadrants, and change the position, opposite the positions in the 4th quadrant. So we can expand it the way we want. This is known as inherent expansion property. So if you want to see or analyze various properties of Walsh and Hadamard, we can say Walsh and Hadamard both are binary transforms. Their basis function values are only 2. Either plus 1 or minus 1. Only 2 basis function values. Walsh transform is suitable for faster implementation. And for Hadamard, just now we have seen that any order of Hadamard transform basis function can be obtained recursively. It means Hadamard transform can be expanded inherently within itself. So for Hadamard, we can say it can be expanded inherently within itself. Amount of energy compaction is less than dCt. Amount of energy compaction is less than dCt. But because it requires only two values for the basis function, it requires only single bit to store. So memory requirement is very less. That's why it is being used in compression. So that's all for today's session. Thank you.